judges are already very eagle-eyed, and of course their ears are now ready to listen. Let's begin with our first lady who made it to the top 8.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us candidate number 2, Ms. Ayar John Ranes from Cagayan de Oro.
Ayar, good evening. Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to all the people here in the city of Digos. Thank you so much to our panel of judges for including me in the top 8 semi-finalists.
There you go. A very grateful start at that. This time, let's have the beautiful candidate pick a question. Again, I will be reading it twice, and then you shall be given 45 seconds to deliver your answer. The question goes like this. The Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or 4Ps, has helped so many poor Filipinos but is riddled with issues of corruption and abuse of funds. With this, should you recommend the abolishment of such program? Yes or no, and why? Again, the Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or 4Ps, has helped so many poor Filipinos but is riddled with issues of corruption and abuse of funds. With this, should you recommend the abolishment of such program? Yes or no, and why?
One of the economic problems that our country is facing is still poverty. It may sound cliche, but perennially the government and other institutions have failed to elevate the lives of every Filipino, especially in providing for their physiological needs, such as food, shelters, and other health services. I am not in favor of demolishing the purpose, but instead I believe that the government must do something on it. Because we cannot deny the fact that poverty is still evident in our society. And if our government will be knowledgeable enough on fixing this, I am pretty sure that in the rising of our country, no one is left behind. Good evening.
There you have it, candidate number 2, Ms. Ayar John Ranes from Cagayan de Oro. Indeed, our judges are eagle-eyed, laser-focused in comprehending the answers of our candidates. Makulbaan ko matanaw ni Doc Clarence. But this time, let's call on the next candidate. Here is candidate number 11. Candidate number 11, Ms. Maria Paula Vega Espina from Cebu City. How do you feel right now?
Well, I feel so happy and I feel so very glad knowing that I'm the other side of the world. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate it tonight. It's because it's a heavy rain, but still a lot of people are still here. Choose to be here and choose to celebrate beauty with a transgender woman in front of you. Indeed, Digos City is a city of choice, and you choose to celebrate us tonight. Thank you so much for that.
And pick a piece of paper, and your question is going to be read to you twice. Do you personally believe that Alice Guo is a Chinese spy? Yes or no, and why? Again, do you personally believe, your opinion, Alice Guo is a Chinese spy? Yes or no, and why?
Thank you so much for that very controversial question. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Do I personally believe that Alice Guo is a Chinese spy? Well, there are a lot of faces of what the truth is. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? It is not confirmed that she is a Chinese spy, not unless she'll undergo on the court and proven guilty. What we have here now are hearsays. What we have here now are evidences, not unless she is proven guilty. A lot of hearsays as what we are hearing in our everyday life. Let us try to contemplate about this issue. Alice Guo has the right also to prove herself in the court. Let's not judge her by her name or by her dialect, but let's judge her in according to what will court be in. Thank you so much.
All right, 45 seconds was up. Thank you very much. Candidate number 11, Ms. Maria Paula Vega Espina. Up next, we have candidate number 1, Snell Bangan Laiko from Pangasinan. How are you feeling at this very moment?
I'm so grateful and happy because it's actually my first time here and it's my first time to ride on a plane and nakaka-excite na medyo nakakakaba since bago kami umalis sa Luzon,
merong bagyo sa amin
Right.
at binabaha ang NCR ngayon. And I'm hoping and praying na sana humupa na ang ulan sa Luzon. And I would like also to say thank you to all the people behind this successful event for creating this such a beautiful event, to the organizer, to the LGU of City of Digos, and to the mayor of this beautiful municipality, in a beautiful city. Indeed, you prove that Digos City is a city of choice.
Thank you very much for those kind words. And rest assured that all the Digoseños are praying for the safety of the people in Luzon currently struggling with the situations there. All right, kindly pick a piece of paper so that we can ask your question. Here we go. Again, I'll be reading to you your question twice, and then you will hear a sound once your 45 seconds is up. Your question goes like this. Is inclusivity in beauty pageants a real feat for equality or just a plain marketing strategy? Why? Again, is inclusivity in beauty pageants a real feat for equality or just a plain marketing strategy, and why?
Thank you for that very interesting question. I stand before all of you as a member of the LGBTQI+ community, as a proud transgender teacher, and as a proud trans beauty queen. And I believe that with this stage, we promote equality and inclusivity by means of sharing our stories. We're not just here for money, we're not just here for fame, but we are here to share our stories, to redirect our paths and reconstruct our own bridges towards the change that we deserve, the LGBT and the trans community. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Candidate number 1, Nel Bangan Laiko from Pangasinan.
Thank you very much. Let's move on with our next candidate.
Of course, we have with us candidate number 9, Barbie C. Lopez, also from Pangasinan. Barbie, congratulations for making it to the top 8.
And how do you feel?
Well, I feel very blessed to be part of this competition. Actually, Nel Laiko is actually my anak-anakan. And we were actually having a dilemma if you would continue to travel here. Because imagine the turbulence that we have experienced during our flight. But you know what? It's all worth it because the moment that we landed here in Davao, I ate for the very first time the very famous durian, and it was all worth it.
Wow, that's a very, very interesting opinion about our famous durian. We hope na
Yes.
magdala mo sa inyo, ha? Or you will bring in your hometown.
You
All right.
me. Okay, very good. Well, now let's try to see what's inside your head. Your question is, in the world of artificial proliferation, how can we identify authenticity? In the world of artificial proliferation, how can we identify authenticity?
Thank you. This world has indeed gone through so much changes. Changes that we are able to create new technologies such as artificial intelligence. However, if there is one thing that remains the same, that is authentic beauty. And for me, that hasn't changed over the years. For me, you can truly say that something is authentic by looking inside of a human being. Therefore, I can say with our authenticity lies our true beauty because it consists of compassion, hard work, perseverance, and respect. Thank you so much.
There you have it, candidate number 9, Barbie C. Lopez from Pangasinan. Up next, we have candidate number 10, Angel Montenegro of Davao City. Angel, congratulations for making it this far in the competition. How do you feel right now?
Thank you so much. Honestly, it's my first time to ride a bus going Charlang. Well, I feel nervous because honestly speaking, it's my second time already joining Sinag Ng Digos, and I'm very much happy and grateful that I reached in the top 8 finalists, and I've given a chance to hold a mic and to meow.
All right, let's make it worthwhile. Here is your question. Kindly pick a paper. All right. I'll repeat this question twice. Should we stop providing confidential funds to public officials and why? Again, should we stop providing confidential funds to public officials and why?
Okay, this is a very much controversial issue in our country right now because before our recent Vice President Mayor Inday Sara Duterte has been accused with this, and I firmly believe that our country is best by social, economic, and political problems. And as a citizen, I feel that I am confronted with the reality of life, which calls for dedication to the truth, and truth compels one to confront of the reality of unpeace, inequality, and injustice. And I firmly believe that controversial funds has benefit by our constituents, by our country, Philippines, by the Filipino people, because I know that our... Thank you.
There
Thank you
have
very
it.
much. Candidate number 10, Miss Angel Montenegro. 50, number 10. Yes, Angel Montenegro from Davao City. Next.
All right, up next is candidate number 15, Ms. Marian de la Cruz from Nueva Ecija.
All right. Hello, Marian. Hello, good evening. And how do you feel that you made it to the top 8?
I'm very thankful and blessed, so I want to take this opportunity to thank the judges for, choosing me to be on the top 8. So it's an honor and a privilege because it was really a tough fight.
All right. And so let's try to see what your thoughts are for certain issues that come your way. Pick a piece of paper. And your question is, taking into consideration the opinion of the Filipino people, will you represent the Philippines in the Miss Universe stage? Again, taking into consideration the opinion of the Filipino people, will you represent the Philippines in the Miss Universe?
Starving because I forgot to eat my dinner because we were in a rush doing our hair and makeup, and I think that's how I got the best in swimsuit.
All right, let's pick a question, and we hope that you get to answer despite of being or feeling starvation. Here we go. All right, here is your question. Do you think that the separation of the church and state in our country exists? Why or why not? Again, do you think that the separation of the church and state in our country exists? Why or why not?
Thank you so much. The Philippines consists of many religions, and I believe that the church is connected to the government itself. Why? Because of our religion, because of the church. And now one of the greatest issue is they do not implement they do not approve on, wives and husbands to be separated. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the law and the church should be separated because religion and the law should not be connected. Because I always believe that as citizens,
There you go. Time is up. Thank you very much. Candidate number 5, Ms. Apple Salem Jackson. Ug ako'y pangutano nato ni Attorney Loy, makulbaan ko kung tumag ato surely. All right, of course, ladies and gentlemen, last but definitely not the least, candidate number 4.
Given the challenge of translating the question from English to Tagalog. Let me read first the question. The House Committee on Economic Affairs has approved House Bill 7750, or the Proposed Daylight Saving Time Act, to maximize productivity. Are you in favor of this bill or not? Okay, yung House Committee natin on Economic Affairs ay inaprubahan ang House Bill 7750, or the Proposed Daylight Saving Time. Yes. Yes. So, yeah. So that
marami tayong magagawa sa isang araw. So yung oras natin ay i-advance natin ng isang oras. That's it. So, in favor ka ba sa ganitong sitwasyon at pamamalakad ng House Bill 7750?
Bilang isang kabataan, ako po ay wala pa pong masyadong alam patungkol sa ganyang batas. Ngunit ang aking opinyon, kung ito ay makakatulong sa ating bansa, bakit hindi po natin ito sa batas? Nang sa ganoon ay walang sayang na mga oras, walang segundong minuto ang masasayang. Bagkus kung ito ay mapapasa batas, tayo ay magkakaroon ng progresibong mundo. Magandang gabi, Digos.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bigyan pugay natin sa pamamagitan ng palakpakan, candidate number 4. For that answer, maraming salamat po. Quite a challenge in explaining the question in Filipino, especially being asked what is a House Bill. Kapit ko na kaingon og meow.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been indeed a tough night with the rain and all the questions being asked. But then again, these ladies have been through so much that they want their voices to be heard. And for this time, these 8 ladies have said their thoughts, have stood ground, and of course presented to us who they really are. Now it's the judges'